Okay, in this sections, I'm going to talk about section 4.5 to create the pizza topping hierarchy, right? So we're going to use a editor, just like the previous, right? But this time, you know that we have a hierarchy of, class hierarchies. In previous lecture, right? Our hierarchy is only one level, right? One level down, one level deep, right? Because under pizza base, we have a deep and thin and crispy base, right? It's just one level in the hierarchy. But if you look at the pizza topping, right? It has a couple of levels, right? For example, the pizza topping is a super class, and underneath you have a vegetable toppings. So let me. So we have what? We have a. Okay, let me just make this a little bit big, so you guys can see better. Okay. So this one, it's not like the previous example, right? It has a couple of layers of class hierarchy. So we have a pizza topping, right? This is like top, like a super class. Underneath, we have vegetable toppings, and then seafood toppings, and meat toppings, and cheese topping, right? So you know that there's some indentation here, right? Some indentations, right? Okay, now within the vegetable topping. So now the vegetable topping is the kind of parent class, and underneath we have couple like four subclasses: caper, mushroom, olive, pepper. Right? So you have another indentation here, right? You see that? And then for the seafood topping, we have anchovy, prawn, and tuna, and etc. Right? And cheese topping, we have two subclasses. Underneath cheese topping, mozzarella and Parmesan topping, right? Now, so we know that it's a pepper topping is the underneath vegetable topping. So pepper class is a subclass of vegetable topping. The vegetable topping is a subclass of the pizza topping, right? But anyway, so we have another layer here. Okay, so now you see that, right? Okay, so green pepper is a subclass of the pepper topping. Pepper topping is a subclass of the vegetable topping. Vegetable topping is what? The subclass of pizza topping. Okay. So as you can see, we have the class hierarchy. This one has more complex class hierarchy compared to the previous example. Right? That's something I want you to see here in these sections. Right? Now, having said that, right? Let's just create this, but we're going to use, of course, we're going to use what? We're going to use the editor. We're not going to just use this, we're not going to use this icon here, right? It just takes too much time. So just click the pizza toppings, and then what? Go to the, let's see, tools, and then class hierarchy, right? And then you have editor. And then you will type cheese, right? And by the way, cheese, and then you know that what? Please note that you have what? You have here what? You have indentation here, right? Indentations, and indentations, right? And then, of course, you have an indentation here. Okay, so be careful. So for the indentation, you're going to use a tab. So cheese, right? And then enter, and then tab, and then mozzarella, right? And then tab, and Parmesan, right? And then meat, and etc. So you can just finish this, right? And then make sure that for the suffix, you have to put the topping, right? Again, this is what? This is really good design practice or the programming practice, right? don't forget put a topping. Okay, so this is something I think you can do it, right? I'm not gonna really, this is something you can do it. So last thing that I'd like to talk about in this lecture is this. I really want you to read this couple of times. Okay, so this is very important. Let's undo. I don't know how to undo it. Okay, hold on. Read. Okay. Please read this multiple times. So most important keyword here is what? Necessary implications. Okay, so that's most important part. Necessary implication. So what does it mean by the vegetable topping? Okay, so what does it mean by the vegetable topping, the subclass of pizza topping? You know that we have what? We have like pizza topping, right? And then underneath as a subclass, we have what? Vegetable topping, VT. So if I just use a Venn diagram, so this is what? This is the pizza topping, right? PT. And then we have vegetable topping, then we have what? Meat topping, and etc., right? So what does it mean by vegetable topping to be a subclass of pizza topping? Okay, to be a subclass of pizza topping. In OWL, subclass means, so the subclass means what? Necessary implications, namely, if the vegetable topping is a subclass of pizza topping, then all the instances, all the individuals of the vegetable topping are also instances of the pizza topping, right? So if there is an instance here, right, the vegetable topping, it means what? Also, this particular instance, for example, like, olive topping. Let's just use olive topping. So if this is, sorry, this is not a good example. Let's just, where's the eraser? Oh, here's the eraser. Okay, so that's not a good example. Okay, so you have a vegetable topping, right? So you have some instance here, right? Instance. If this instance is a vegetable topping, it means it's a necessary, right? It's necessary to be what? To be pizza topping. So you know that if you see the arrow, right? If you see the arrow is from always from a subclass to the parent class, like superclass. Okay, so this arrow is like a necessary implications. Okay, so if this instance is if this instance is a vegetable topping, right? The individual of the vegetable topping, it is necessary, right? That this instance or this individual is also what? The pizza topping, right? So please note that the arrow is from subclass to the parent class, right? But this is like a necessary implications. So please read this, and then also read this. I mean, this is something that I already talk about, right? This is good programming, or the design practice. So please, this is very important. Read a couple of times, okay? Okay, I'm done with this section. Okay, so in next lecture, I'm going to talk about next topic, which is the property. Okay, thank you.